Well, a major legal battle over abortion drugs is drawing national attention. 21 states, 60 members of Congress, and dozens of pro-life organizations, including the Family Research Council, are backing a lawsuit filed by my home state of Louisiana against the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Now, the case challenges a dangerous Biden-era FDA policy that permanently allowed the abortion drug mifepristone to be prescribed and mailed without in-person visits or consultation. At the same time, a number of state legislatures, including Iowa and West Virginia, and several others, have either adopted or are advancing laws to ban mail-order abortion pills. I mean, this is illegal drug trafficking. There's about a dozen states that prohibit the use of these pills, but it doesn't matter because the FDA policy and the Department of Justice's refusal to enforce the Comstock Act is undermining all of these laws of these pro-life states. And guess what's happened? Since the overturn of Roe, let me go back. The year before Roe was overturned, there were 930,000 abortions in America. The latest total numbers available, 2024, 1.1 million abortions. That's despite that all of these states that have pro-life laws. Why? Because of the abortion pill. Joining me now to discuss this is Kristan Hawkins, president of Students for Life of America. Kristan, welcome back to Washington. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be with you.
Well, this is the top focus for your administration. Right. I mean, this is like, it's kind of like the abortion industry. People are celebrating the clinics were closing down, but it's like Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
It's abortion by Amazon is what we call it.
I mean, it's murder by mail.
So that's exactly right. And we've been seeing this for a number of years. It started first in California on the college campuses. It was actually before Governor Newsom. There was an effort to get these chemical abortion pills distributed on college campuses. That was the first time I even testified as state legislature, was even before COVID, if you believe it or not, saying this is the new wave. And Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry, they knew the legal challenges that were being mounted against Roe. They knew Roe was going to fall. We all knew Roe was on shaky legal ground.
Right.
And so they very smartly pivoted the entire industry to death by mail. And that's the fight we face today, because as we see this year, even with the BBB and the defunding of Planned Parenthood for 1 year, we've seen 50 plus Planned Parenthood facilities, brick and mortar, shut down. The abortion numbers are rising because, as you said, it doesn't matter. Like, I just testified in the state of West Virginia in front of the Senate, and I showed them in 2 minutes how fast it was to get illegal chemical abortion pills shipped into a state that has made abortion illegal because of the DOJ's refusal to act.
So what happened to all of this, narrative after Dobbs that, well, now the states have a right to regulate abortion and protect the unborn? What happened to that?
Yeah, I mean, and that's been, President Trump's view, right? He said after, last year, 2 years ago, he was running for president again. He said, well, I think it's a state's issue. Well, if it's a state's issue, then the federal government needs to allow states to enforce its own laws.
Right.
And we're not seeing that. Pam Bondi, the DOJ, has completely refused to enforce the Comstock Act, which would overnight stop illegal drug trafficking.
So the Comstock Act is simply, it's been on the books for a long time.
1890.
Yeah, so it goes way back, and it says that you can't, among other things, you cannot send through the mail things that would induce abortion.
That's right.
So how do they get around that?
There was a memo sent, I don't know if you remember this, Tony, after the disastrous hearing they had on Roe in December of 2021. I mean, if anyone listened to the arguments, it was very clear Roe was probably going to go.
Right.
And the DOJ at the time actually issued a memo saying, we are not going to enforce Comstock, and just declared it. It's complete anarchy. And even with the new administration coming in, we still haven't seen any focus on Comstock. Now, we've been pressuring, obviously, and and we're working at this FRC, the FDA, because the FDA, when they approved mifepristone in 2000, didn't even make sure it doesn't violate, environmental.
But really, this is an extension of the weaponization of government that we saw during the Biden administration. But this part of this weaponization against the unborn remains in place.
That's exactly right. And that's why the pro-life movement must remain active in Washington, D.C., as well as our state capital. So we're advancing in Students for Life Action anti-chemical abortion trafficking bills in West Virginia, South Carolina. We're very close in Oklahoma. Kentucky, our bill was just introduced. Idaho, maybe. We'll say, I don't know what's going on. I live in Idaho. I don't know what's going on in Boise, but it ain't good. But federally, we have to remain engaged in pressuring the administration to do the right thing.
Because right now, no matter what those states pass,
Yeah, that's
it
right.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, West Virginia, the bill that has just passed the West Virginia Senate, just headed to the House, it has a criminal and a civil statute in it, because I can't guarantee that the criminal statute's going to hold weight because of these shield law states like
So the private right of action is what's key.
right.
Texas has that. Other states are putting that in. So if someone, say the father of the child
right.
can take
We just saw
civil
the
action.
first lawsuit in
Right.
Galveston. There was the first lawsuit. Our model legislation, when it passed in Texas, that allows anyone to sue. It doesn't even have to be a family member. So we just saw the first lawsuit. A father who lost their child, his child to abortion, is now suing. The problem is you have these shield law states.
Right. Right. Kristan, we're almost out of time. How can folks find out more about Students for Life?
Studentsforlife.org, or you can follow me on X and Instagram, and you'll be enthralled with the videos from me on campuses. It's a little entertaining.
All right, Kristan, always great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.